Real life success is clearly visible among our viewers who work on their vocabulary skills, and they see a tremendous increase in their reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks scores. So you see the reality, and hundreds of students are also benefiting from the same vocab videos like this. So in this video, I am going to give you the most repeated words for the reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks for the latest month, which are actually coming in the exam. So like and subscribe, and let's watch it till the end. Hey everyone, this is Anurag here from Edutrainex PTE. I hope you all are doing great. I think by now you all realize the importance of vocabulary for your reading fill in the blanks and for your reading writing fill in the blanks course. So we have created a full playlist on vocabulary and spellings to help you improve in the basic areas so that you directly benefit, just like the students' comment that we showed you just now. And you all know that many people fail in the exam because they don't know the meaning of the words. So if you are looking from where we are getting these words or where we are getting the questions, you can check out two types of YouTube membership that we offer to our students and our viewers. You can see if anything that suits you, you can become a member. And if you are really struggling in every question, every module, then do WhatsApp us on the number shown here. We can help you with our unlimited package, unlimited classes, courses for live classes. So let's begin with the 40 different type of words and vocabulary and their usage, everything that is coming in the exam right now. We'll begin with the first 10 set of words, and on the screen right now you see them. So the first one is progressing. Now over here I not only show you the words, their meanings, but also their usage. Okay, that is also really important because in the exam that is 100% tested for you. So if you know the meaning of the word progress, progressing, how to use the word, you also need to know that. So that's why this video becomes really important step in your preparation. Don't stop here, go and watch the entire series that we have created for the last at least 3 to 6 months if you really want to improve your reading scores. So first one is progressing, which means increase or develop, just like progress. In the ing form, it is a verb here. However, we can also use progressing nation as an adjective as well. So you need to be careful how the sentence is written to understand the meaning of the words, but most of the time it will be verb, and you use it when in the verb form. You use it with the preposition to, progressing to some stage. The second one is versed. It's very commonly used with well versed, and what does it mean is that you are highly experienced. So that is what the meaning is, and it is describing someone, so it is definitely an adjective here. The third one is gauge. Gauge meaning estimating something or determining something. So it is definitely an action. So it is a verb here. Also it can be used as a noun form. So like a filter gauge, it's a physical thing, so that will be noun. But normally when you use it with verb, using the subject verb object pattern, you use it with a noun. After that a noun will come. We gauge something. Okay, we gauge the distance maybe. So you're guessing or estimating the distance. Okay, so that's how you use it. The fourth one is compliant. It's not complaint. Complaint has a slightly different spelling. Complying means obeying or following the standard. So that's what it means. And it is in the adjective form. Compliance is in the noun form. Comply will be in the verb form, and compliant is in the adjective form. So someone is compliant with the rules. So it's describing how you are complying, and you always use it with. You comply with, you're complying with, or you're compliant with. So always use with 99% of the time. The next one is blurring. Blurring means less clear if it is not visible clearly, with a double R spelling wise. And verb, it's a verb because it's telling an action. So blurring vision, it's commonly used, or blurring of something is also commonly used. The next one is passive. Passive, opposite of active, but in this case it's not talking about sentence, it's talking about being submissive, or you are using less resistant. So basically you are less resistant to something. So that means you are submissive, you are allowing someone to exploit you. So it is describing something, so it is an adjective, and it's mostly used with noun or submissive or passive income. Passive income is also used. So main income is the job that you do. Passive income is the secondary income that you are generating. The seventh one is livid. Livid means very angry. Okay, and it is describing any person normally. So that's why you use it with someone, and it is in the adjective form. Don't worry, we'll also do some exam questions at the end, and once you know these words, you will see how easy it will be for you to combine the grammar skills as well as the vocabulary skills together to solve the questions perfectly. All right, the eighth one is inclination. Inclination means leaning towards something, or you are inclining towards something. So it can be physically leaning towards something, or you are talking about in favor, biasness. All those kind of words should come up in your mind. And this one is in the noun form. Very common form of noun is words ending with shun, T-I-O-N or S-I-O-N. And inclination of or inclination towards something is what you use normally. Cyclical is something that happens regularly or repeatedly. So repeated occurring or cyclical occurring is what we are describing something, and it is ending with -al, a common form of adjective. So that's what you use it with seasons or nature, cyclical nature of someone or cyclical seasons that we get in the year. The last one is conventional. Can you guess the type of word ending with -al? Again, adjective, right? So conventional means more traditional or general way of doing things. So conventional way is a very common collocation that is used together, or you can also describe anything else. Conventional something over here is noun. Okay. Now let's look at the second set of 10 words, and then you will learn some complex words as well, some simple words as well. But I'll give you all the definition. Proximal. Proximal is in the adjective form again, ending with -al means located. This word also has closeness to proximity, something that is in close distance. So proximity in the noun form, proximal in the adjective form, which is located close. And you use it with noun, of course, adjectives. Extent is in the noun form. And to what extent have you put your efforts? So basically, I'm asking about what range or what scope of efforts you have put. That is what the meaning is, and of course it is used with of, extent of something, extension of something as well. That is also used together. Dedicated is the third word over here. This is in the verb form, but as I said, verbs can also be used as an adjective. So if you are describing a noun, like in this case, you are talking about maybe someone like you or like me who is dedicated, committed to something, very, very devoted. So you are describing someone, and then it is in the adjective form. So if you are using it in the verb form, then you will say, I am dedicated to learning. So you are talking about an action, and then you can use to there. But if you are describing someone, he is a dedicated person. So you are describing the person and using it as an adjective. Be careful there. The next one is considerable. Again, a common form of adjectives ending with able. So there is no guesses. What is considerable means significant or substantial, considerable amount of effort. So that means you put a lot of effort in something. So considerable amount, and that's the collocation that you use. Considerable number, considerable impact. These are common collocations that go along with considerable. So if you see something close in the exam, or even important, considerable importance is also one word that you can use together, which is collocation. Note it down, or at the end of the video you can scroll down to the bottom. You will see a download link for whatever words I have described here. The questions, you are able to download the whole slide, so don't worry. Even if you're not a member, you can download this slide. Members will get the whole list of vocabulary, whereas you are going to get this list what I am discussing here. Okay, the next one is efficacy. Efficacy means effectiveness. This is in the noun form. Efficiency, efficacy, all these are in the noun form. Again, effectiveness is also in the noun form. You're talking about effectiveness or efficacy of. So always use it with of. You are measuring something. Okay, that's how it is used with the preposition of. The next one is ambition. Again, noun form, which is goal or somewhere you want to be. In aim, objective, all those synonyms will come to your mind. And you have an ambition for something, or your ambition to become something. So you can use it with these two prepositions. The next one is culpability. Again, can you recognize the word type? It is noun ending with -ity. Culpable is in the adjective form. Culpability is in the noun form, meaning guilt or blame. So culpability of is normally used, and that is what, if you see in the exam these words, then you can definitely be sure that this is the type of word that is going to fit with of. And there will be many options which will not fit with this kind of prepositions that you see. So you need to be careful. Characterized is in the verb form ending with -ed, but with verbs I already told you they can be used as an adjectives as well. In this case, distinguishing something or clear distinction. So you can characterize something in terms of action. So we are describing the action here, so that's why it is in the verb form. So nature is described, or nature is characterized by changes. So you can describe it, use it that way. And of course I use the word by after characterize, so that is what always goes with it. Okay, 99% of the time. Again, affordability, again in the noun form, of, affordability of something. What is affordability? Means something you are able to buy, you can afford. Afford is in the verb form. Okay, affordability is in the noun form. Affordable is in the adjective form. You see how the words changes slightly. The last one, devastating, okay, is again used in the adjective form. So don't think that this is in the verb form. If you are using it as an action, this action will be devastating for someone. So there it is a verb, but if you say devastating consequences, so you are describing a noun using that word. So again, verbs can be used as an adjective. So devastating effect is very commonly used, and it means very bad. Okay, so don't play with your exam, don't play with your money, invest in yourself, learn the English grammar and the vocabulary and the spellings that we share on YouTube. You can save yourself from a devastating effect in the exam, and it will be a very fruitful outcome. You see how collocations, nouns and adjectives are used together. Let's look at the next set of words. The third set, the first one is penalized, and in this case this is a verb form. We're trying to punish someone. Penalized for something, or be penalized for something. So be comes before, for comes after this particular word. Okay, the next one is correlation, again in the noun form, correlation of something. That's how you use it, and it shows relation between two things. That's what it is. Correlation of PTE and IELTS exam. So that means you are trying to compare. The next one is hospitality. Hospitality is again in the noun form, meaning not related to hospital. Okay, it is related to friendliness, generousness, how you are treated basically. So hospitality sector is not hospital, medical sector, but it's actually hotel and tourism sector, where you are treated very nicely and you enjoy. So that's what hospitality means, and it is normally used with hospitality towards or hospitality to guests. So these are the common usages of this word. The next one is intention. Intention again in the noun form. Intention means aim or purpose, or what you intend to do. So intent is in the verb form, intention is in the noun form. Okay, so to do something, that's what you use. My intention is to do something. Okay, so that's how you use it. Something can be anything, nouns. The next one is boasting. Boasting means something you are having ego, you are very proud, you are bragging about, you are showing off. So these kind of words should come in your mind, and this one is in the verb form, bragging. So he's bragging about himself. So you always use it about. About or of can also be used sometimes. The next one is relatively. This is adjective. Again, see, so common type of words you can straight away identify using the patterns. Okay, I shared some time back, I shared a video where you can read the word and guess the type of words even if you don't understand the meaning of the words. So that is really helpful in the reading fill in the blanks questions, where you need to identify which type of word is going to fit here, and you see the options, you are able to filter out, okay, which type of word is what. That is very crucial for your exam. So relatively means comparatively or somewhat close. So that's where we use some relative comparison. So very close. Use it with relatively stable, relatively easy, relatively simple. So that's what you say. Pearson or PTE exam is relatively simple than IELTS exam. That's what is the normal convention that we understand. And again, convention, I showed you conventional, meaning traditional or old method. So that's what is the traditional thought among everyone. The next one is awful. Awful is again in the adjective form. Awful means very bad. Okay, terrible, very bad. These are the words associated with awful. Opposite is awesome. Awesome, awful. So, and you use it with awful experience, awful smell, awful situation to describe nouns there. Okay, all of these are nouns, and adjectives are used with nouns. The next one is precise and precision. I have shown you two forms here, and one is adjective and one is noun form. So precise something, precise measurement, like that we used. Very precise means accurate, exact. That's what is the correct meaning of this particular word. And precision is the noun form where you are talking about this activity. Okay, so when you talk about precision of these instruments or precision in measuring something, so that these are the type of prepositions that you use it with, and meaning you already know. Common collocation that goes with precise measurement. Okay. Next one is concise, very, very close to precise. Precise means exact, accuracy, related to accuracy, but concise means clear, okay, or compact. So clear and compact and precise, that's how your answer should be within the word count that the Pearson exam has specified for you. So over here, you use it in the adjective form, concise, not a verb, and you use it with concise information or concise something. So you're describing something, right? The last one in this batch is prolific. Prolific is in the adjective form. Okay, now this is not following a very common pattern, but it is still prolific, terrific. All these kind of words are adjectives ending with fic. Okay, so that is also a pattern that you can take a note about, and you will obviously use it with a noun. So the meaning wise, it is prolific means productive, or abundant means very, very good. So productive, prolific, that's what it is. And you describe normally writers, artist, or prolific output. So you're talking about productive output, those sort of things. In those scenarios, you use it with. These are some of the collocations that I gave you. There could be a little bit more. Okay, then the last set of words before we do the exam questions. The first one is proactive. It is an adjective, and you are taking initiatives. You are being preemptive. Preempting means determining things before they happen. So you are proactive. You are taking actions before you are required to do that. So that is what is needed for you in the exam as well. So before you take the test, you need to prepare yourself. You need to make yourself stronger in terms of vocabulary, grammar, and every other basic skills that the English exam requires. In this case, you are proactive in dealing with problems. This is a kind of proactive. In is a common, preposition that it is used with, proactive in, or proactiveness of. So in the noun form, proactiveness, it becomes proactiveness, and proactiveness of is how it is used. The next one is pedantic. Pedantic means overly concerned with details. And again, see, ick, terrific. Pedantic is also following that pattern of ick, and this is an adjective over here. Okay, so pedantic tone, pedantic manner, you're doing it in a very detailed manner, so that's what it is describing here. Okay, the next one is satirize. So it is an action. It is talking about criticizing, and the root word is satire. That's where it is derived from. Satirize. Anything in the eyes format will be a verb, 100%. Okay, so satire, notion, or satirize something using the subject, verb, object, you can use it in that manner. Okay, no specific words over here that I could give you as collocation, but notion is a very commonly word used with this word. The next one is ratify. Ratify is again verb. Again, ratification will be in the noun form. So that's how the root words are converted into different forms. So if you use a word ending with fi or eyes, like these two words, number 33 and 34, they will be verbs, because you are straight away showing that you are doing an action. So ratify meaning giving consent, and ratify a treaty or ratify consent. So that's the type of words you use it with, and in this case these are nouns. So again, subject, verb, object pattern, where object is also noun, subject is also noun, verb is coming in the middle. The next one is laborious, effortless. These are adjectives because you are describing something. What does it mean? It requires a lot of hard work, whereas effortless is opposite of laborious, and it means easy. So you have to use these words in the opposite sides. Laborious means hard work, too much work. Effortless means very, very easy. Okay, again, you are describing something. So you use it normally with effortless task or laborious task, effortless process, laborious process. These are the common collocations that you are using with. Replacement, again in the noun form, and it means replacing something like substitution or exchange. This is in the noun form. Replacement of or for is very, very common prepositions that are used with this particular word. The next one is provoke. It's a verb, and you are talking about triggering or stimulating something. Provoke a response, provoke angerness in someone. So you are doing an action here, so definitely a verb. Provoke, provoking thought, or provoke a discussion, provoke a reaction, provoke angerness. These are the common words that you use it with. All are nouns. Okay. Now abolish. Abolish is a verb. Abolish, abolished, meaning put an end to. Abolish, finish, eliminate completely. Khel khatam. So that is a verb, and abolish, you use it with noun. Abolish something, you are doing an action in SVO format, or abolished by law. So that is also a very common collocation that is used with abolish. The second last one is awareness in the noun form, means knowledge, okay, understanding. So your awareness related to vocabulary is really, really important. Awareness of, that's what I used. Awareness of is very, very commonly used preposition with this particular word. And the last one is repressed. Again, this is not used over here as a verb. It's used as an adjective, meaning held back or restrained. So you are repressed. That means you're not allowed to come forward. So you are held back. And repressed emotions, repressed memories, something that you just submerge in your subconscious. You don't want to use them again. So these are the common type of words that you use it with. Now it's time to do the questions, and let's see if you have got a better understanding of vocabulary now. And these words have been appearing in the exam for this month as well as for the last month. So it's very important. If you are taking the exam this month, then you definitely need to be thorough with these words. And people who want an entire collection of vocabulary for all the words that have been appearing in the exam, so you need to become a YouTube VIP member of our channel, and you will get access to all of them. So let's do this question together, and then this is a reading, writing, fill in the blanks type of question. You can find it in the prediction file. Again, you need to be a member to get access to the prediction file. It's a collection of all the repeated questions for all the important modules, both core and academic exam altogether. But VIP has more benefits. VIP will give you spelling list, vocabulary list, set of latest templates as well. Okay, so let's do the question. Each of us is born into and raised in a particular time, world, and environment with its own dash to which we entrain ourselves. So which were the words that we saw? Area to, no, rhythm to, shape to. Okay, so all are in the noun form. So you should be aware of the meaning of all of them. Area, shape, rhythm are simple words, and inclination, we learned it in today's video. Not necessarily this will be your answer, but we have shown you this type of word so that you know whether this can be used. So what is the correct answer here can also be clear when you further read the passage, and that will also tell you some context. Contextual clues are important to get. So it is talking about time, world, environment, entrain ourselves, certain cultures related to time, phenomena, no pressure, future anxiety, existence, goes around, planting, harvesting, daily, return of sun, of birth and death. So it's just a philosophical writing that they have used. And now each of us are born into, raised in a particular time world. So if you don't know the exact word, you can try elimination. So area is definitely not fitting the context. Shape, we are not talking about shape to, shape of is the correct word. Area of is the correct collocation. So these two can be eliminated using, if you know the usage of the words. Rhythm to and inclination to can be used together. So now you have to apply the meaning. Is it talking about leaning towards something, or biasness towards something, or liking towards something? No, it's not. So you can eliminate inclination, and then that leaves you rhythm to entrain ourselves. Okay, certain cultures have related to time as a dash phenomena in which there is no pressure of future anxiety. And then it is talking about daily return of the cycle and whatnot. So you see the words over here: cyclical, which we learned; conventional, again we learned; recycling, totally out of context; cylindrical, again out of context. We are not talking about shapes. So now only two left: cyclical or conventional. Are we talking about traditional approach or talking about something that is repeated? In this case, it is talking about something, a phenomenon that is getting repeated. Certain cultures have related to time as a cyclical phenomena. So history repeats itself like that. Okay, the third one, and it also mentions the word here, cycle. So that also gives you a clue that we are talking about a cyclical process. The whole existence goes around the cycle of the dash of planting and harvesting, the daily return of sun, birth, death. So what are we talking about? Cycle of planting and harvesting are associated with seasons, not arrangement, and arrangement is in the singular form. So cycle of the days, seasons or periods, only these things can be applicable. So periods again is not period, we don't use it like that. Seasons will be more appropriate because we are talking about harvest, plant, and they happen according to the season. So that becomes your third answer. And in circular time, again giving you a hint that cyclical was the correct answer. Circular time, there is no pressing dash to achieve and create newness. So all the words are simple here. Pressing, issue, point, cause, need. So pressing collocates with need. Pressing requirement or pressing need to do something. Not cause, not point to do something, or issue to, it's not even fitting the context. So that's how you eliminate and get the correct answer. In this case, it is need. Now let's do a reading fill in the blanks question and see again the knowledge of vocabulary is going to help you. In the last question, of course it did, and again it will help you in this question as well. This is a simpler one. Since Australia sits at a high elevation and spends a quarter of the year under dash, it should be Austria, sorry, not Australia. It should come as no surprise that heating is a matter of dash importance in the country. Austria, it's in Europe, right? While maybe surprising, however, that Vienna, a grand imperial city to music, actually boasts a museum dash specifically to heating systems. So it's talking about something wintry heating systems, all those things are discussed here. Under what? High elevation, spends quarter of the year under what? Maybe winter, maybe something. So we need a noun, okay? Under snow, yes, a very good candidate. Under shadow, no. Under extent, dedicated, summarize, containing, considerable, no. Other words are not fitting the type of word that we are looking for. Shadow and extent are fitting as noun, but but they don't apply to proper meaning. So the first answer is under snow, simple. Now the next one over here, you see dash importance. So grammar is telling you that this is a noun, we need an adjective to describe the noun. So which type of adjectives do you see? Dedicated importance, summarized importance. Now verbs can also be used as adjectives, right? So that's why I'm testing it. Containing importance, no. So considerable importance is in the true form of adjective and only that is fitting here. The third one actually boasts a museum, comma, dash specifically to heating systems. So dash to. So this is a collocation that you need, okay? And this is a verb because over here it's an adverb and I don't see any verb over here. So we need a verb because adverbs are closely seen with verbs or adjectives. Now neither is visible here. Heating systems, yes, heating is an adjective describing the systems, but on this side it is talking about the action. Which action? Dedicated to. So dedicated to, which is completely dedicated for something. So there is a museum which is completely related to heating systems and that becomes your answer. Okay, so learn all these words from this month and from the previous month. You can download them at the end of the video. Just go down, scroll down at the video and you will be seeing a download link. You can download that. And if you want access to all the prediction files, all the spelling list, all the vocabulary list and the templates and many other good features, you can explore these two types of membership that we offer for our channel viewers. And then if you are looking for paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us. In the meantime, if you haven't seen the grammar shortcuts video for reading fill in the blanks, you should go and highly recommended that you have to watch that. Keep watching Edutrainex and I'll soon be back with another super informative video on PT topics. See you soon.